This is a breaking news report. The title of this report: Trump's name removed from the Kennedy Center by federal court order. A federal judge ruled that Donald Trump's name was illegally placed on the Kennedy Center without congressional approval after 2 denied appeals, a midnight legal extension request, and a massive tarp operation to hide the removal. Workers finally took the letters down at 3 in the morning. Here is the full record.
They put the name up in the light of day, took it down in the dark and hid it away.
2 courts said no,
the judge said done.
can't cover a court loss with a tarp and run.
The law said Congress names that hard,
And a federal ruling
took his letters down the wall.
until December 19th. The building read the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts. Then Trump's hand-picked board voted to add his name. No congressional vote, no legal authority, no charge. The next day, Donald J. Trump appeared above the original name on the side. No scaffolding, no tarp, no midnight drama. They slapped it up with nothing to hide. But U.S. District Court Judge Christopher Cooper ruled on May 29th. The addition broke the law. Congress named that building in 1964 a memorial to President John F. Kennedy, signed by President Lyndon B. Johnson.
That was the call.
Only Congress can change that name, period. Cooper's ruling was final and clear. He ordered the letters removed by end of day, June 12th. The deadline was here. The Trump administration filed a stay. Cooper denied it without pause. The Justice Department ran to the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals. A panel of appellate judges shut that door. 2 courts, 2 denials. The deadline still stood. Then the Trump-run Kennedy Center filed a midnight extension citing storms. The judge said the original order holds where it should. Construction crews showed up at 3 in the morning under a tarp the size of a football field.
They put the name up in the light of day, took it down in the dark and hid it away.
2 courts said no,
the judge said done.
can't cover a court loss with a tarp and run.
The law said Congress names that hard,
And a federal ruling
took his letter down the wall.
Now let's talk about what that tarp was actually covering. And it was not the building. Workers spent 8 hours erecting scaffolding not to remove letters. 30 minutes in a boom lift handles that billing. The scaffolding was the frame, the tarp was the curtain. The goal was blocking every camera angle in sight, because Donald Trump could not handle footage of his name coming down. So they turned it into a production running all night. Norm Eisen, the attorney who brought the case that won the ruling, went on record with his assessment. He called it the biggest court victory yet against what he described as Trump's corruption of that institution. A direct statement. The court also preliminarily blocked the closure of the Kennedy Center and the suspension of its programming. 2 rulings, 1 case, the name and the programming, both protected by federal ordering. The name went up in daylight, proud, public, no apology given. It came down at 3 in the morning under a tarp after a stay in emergency appeal and a midnight extension written.
The contrast is the story. Oh, the contrast is the record.
A federal judge told the president he broke the law, and he still could not comply without shielding every second.
They put the name up in the light of day, took it down in the dark and hid it away.
2 courts said no,
the judge said done.
can't cover a court loss
With a tarp and run. The law said Congress names that hard,
and the federal ruling
took his letters down the wall.
Here's what the record shows. Judge Christopher Cooper ruled Donald Trump's name was illegally added to the Kennedy Center, a building Congress named in 1964 as a memorial to President
John F. Kennedy.
Signed into law by President Lyndon B. Johnson, the Justice Department, the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals,
And a midnight extension
request all failed. Norm Eisen
called it,
the biggest corruption victory.
yeah.
The tarp came down.
The name came down with it.
The name came down with it. This is the continuation of the Kennedy Center report. The name is down, the tarp is folded, but the record stays open. What follows is what the removal revealed about the pattern, the power, and the price of a presidency that fights federal courts over 4 letters on a wall while the country watches.
3 courts reviewed it, 3 courts said no. 4 letters on the wall, that's all they had to show. Congress wrote the law in '64. A federal judge closed that door. The tarp came down. The name came with it. And the record shows exactly who did it.
Yeah, let's talk about what this pattern means when you stack it in the end. A president who uses the Justice Department as a personal legal team. That is not how the law is supposed to bend. 3 separate legal moves filed in a single night to keep 4 letters on a wall. 3 separate courts reviewed the argument, and 3 separate times they let that argument fall. Oh, yeah. The Kennedy Center was built for culture, for arts, for the memory of a president who never came home. It was not built as a branding opportunity for a living politician adding his name to someone else's scum. Judge Christopher Cooper did not rule on politics. He ruled on statute, chapter, verse. Congress wrote the law in 1964, and no board vote overrides that universe. The construction crew that showed up at 3 in the morning did not choose that hour. That was a decision made by people who understood that daylight footage of this moment would expose the full reach of that power. Woo!
3 courts reviewed it, 3 courts said no. 4 letters on the wall, that's all they had to show. Congress wrote the law in '64. A federal judge closed that door. The tarp came down. The name came with it. And the record shows exactly.
Now consider the cost, not in dollars though. That accounting is still coming due. Consider what it costs a country when its own executive branch fights federal judges over signage in full public view. The D.C. Circuit panel that denied the emergency stay was not a single judge acting alone. That was a panel, multiple appellate judges reading the record and sending the administration home. Norm Eisen said this was corruption, not a political term in its context, a legal one. The court agreed, summary judgment. Final ruling, the process was done, and still it took a midnight tarp operation, a scaffolding crew, 8 hours of delay, and a secret camera angle to close it. That footage exists now, it is in the record. It does not disappear behind the curtain in the morning light. A federal memorial to an assassinated president had a living politician's name removed by a court order in the middle of the night. That is the continuation. That is the file. That is what the record shows in plain sight.
3 courts reviewed it, 3 courts said no. The letters on the wall, that's all they had to show. Congress wrote the law in '64. A federal judge closed that door. The tarp came down. The name came with it. And the record shows exactly who did it.
The pattern is now fully documented. 3 legal filings, 3 denials, 1 midnight tarp, 1 federal court order signed by Judge Christopher Cooper, 1 final ruling backed by the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals, Norm Eisen, called it the largest corruption victory yet against this administration. The Kennedy Center, named by Congress in 1964, signed by President Lyndon B. Johnson, in memory of President John F. Kennedy, stands with its original name restored. The record is open, the tarp is down, and this report is complete.